everyone, welcome back to GK Today. I am Sana and in this video we'll cover the current affairs. Before we move ahead, let me inform you that these questions are part of our daily 20 MCQ series 2022 in the GK Today's Android application. So if you are looking for the text version of these questions and their explanations along with the interactive quiz, you may consider joining our daily 20 MCQ series in the GK Today Android application. In this course in app, you get daily 20 MCQs, a fortnightly quiz, a monthly revision document, and also category-wise revision e-books that are optimized for reading on mobile. You are also able to access all archives of questions from January 2020 onwards. And let me tell you one more thing. If you want the Hindi version of this session, you can refer to our former channel named as GK Today. The link has been given in the description box from where you can reach to. So without taking much of your time, let's get started. Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. And today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 27th of May 2022. Let's start. India signed investment incentive agreement with which country? So India and the USA has recently signed the investment incentive agreement in Tokyo, Japan. So it is a kind of a legal requirement for the US International Development Finance Corporation to continue providing the investment support in India, and this ITA means Investment Incentive Agreement was signed in Tokyo by India's Foreign Secretary Mr. Vinay Quatra and Scott Nathan, who is the CEO of this DFC. So this agreement will lead to enhanced investment support from the development finance institution in various sectors. Okay, so do remember that which two countries are involved in this agreement, India and the USA. Fine. Now let's see some of the important international current affairs. Which country is associated with the Terminator Tank Support System, the BMPT? So Russia has deployed the Terminator Tank Support System, which is called as the BMPT, or you can also call it as BMPT Terminator. So this Terminator is a tank support fighting vehicle that has been developed by the country Russia, and these weapons are capable of firing in multiple directions in quick succession and are used as the replacement for mechanized infantry troops. Fine. Which country proposed to celebrate Japan's contribution to its development in form of Japan Week? So Prime Minister Narendra Modi proposed celebrating Japan's contribution to the country's development journey in the form of Japan Week. And PM Modi chaired a roundtable with Japanese business leaders and sought greater investment in India. So he was in Japan on a 2-day visit to attend a summit of the Quad leaders at the invitation of his Japanese counterpart Fumio Kishida. Okay, so correct answer would be India. Which country has been recently hit by a series of severe dust storms? So recently, Iraq and the other parts of the Middle East have been hit by a series of severe dust storms, and 2 major storms in the past 2 weeks have made thousands of people hospitalized. So recently the skies above the Baghdad, Najaf and other cities turned orange and visibility dropped, and several airports were closed during the dust event, and several governors declared states of emergency as well. Okay, which is the first country to introduce 21-day quarantine for the monkeypox patient? This country is Belgium. So as a kind of precaution, they have introduced 21-day mandatory quarantine for the monkeypox patient. Indian Navy recently undertook coordinated patrol, that is CORPAT exercise, with which country? This country is Bangladesh. Okay. Which country is the host of the Quad Leaders Summit 2022? Obviously Japan. And which countries comes under the Quad? Answer is India, USA, Japan and Australia. Don't forget that the new Prime Minister of Australia is Anthony Albanese. Fine. Next question. Which institution released a report titled as Child Alert Report? So UNICEF has recently released this particular report, and it highlighted that 6 lakh more children may miss out on essential treatment, and an increasing number of children may die from severe wasting as the price of food and the life-saving treatment rises. So the effect of Russia's invasion of Ukraine and the impact of the coronavirus pandemic and the ongoing damage due to the climate change are causing a global food crisis, right? Now coming to the question slide, which organization released a report Monitor on the World of Work? So International Labour Organization has released the 9th edition of the ILO Monitor on the World of Work. And as per this report, multiple global crises are causing deterioration in the global labour market recovery with increasing inequalities within and between the countries, and the number of hours worked globally dropped in the first quarter of 2022 up to 3.8% below the pre-crisis benchmark, and this is equivalent to a deficit of 112 million full-time jobs. Okay, so only thing important is this report belongs to International Labour Organization. Headquarters lies in Switzerland. Which institution released a report on profiting from pain? We have talked about this question in the previous lecture, and answer is this report is from Oxfam International. Which institution has prepared the State of Inequality in India report released by the Economic Advisory Council to the Prime Minister? So this report was prepared by Institute for Competitiveness. Okay, and who's the head of this council? Mr. Vivek Debroy. As per the new rules released by CLAT in, VPN companies should preserve data on their clients for how many years? So now as per the new directions, these VPN companies have to preserve their data for at least 5 years. In the recently released annual test rankings released by ICC, India topped in which format? So India has topped in terms of 2020 international cricket, and in this ranking India was then followed by England and then Pakistan. Okay, then which was the world number 1 ODI team? This is New Zealand. New Zealand was further followed by England and then Australia. Also, which was topper in terms of test cricket? This country is Australia, and then it was followed by India and then New Zealand. Okay. Special 301 report, which was seen in the news recently, is released by which country? So this is a report from USA, and recently this report has placed 7 countries into its priority watch list. Which are these countries? India, China, Russia, Argentina, Chile, Indonesia and Venezuela. Okay. So these are the 7 countries that have been included in the priority watch list of USA. Next question. Who's the head of the RBI committee formed to evaluate the quality of the customer service in the banks, non-banking financial companies and other regulated entities? So the Reserve Bank of India has set up a committee to evaluate the efficacy, adequacy and the quality of the customer service in the banks, NBFCs and other entities regulated by it. So this 6-member committee is headed by former RBI Deputy Governor BP Kanungo, and the committee has been asked to submit a report within 3 months from the date of its first meeting. Okay. Now let's see some of the important questions. RBL Bank has collaborated with which payment service to offer the UPI payment? So for this purpose, RBL Bank has collaborated with the Amazon Pay and Amazon Web Services. Which country chaired the annual meeting of the Board of Governors of New Development Bank? So this meeting was chaired by India, and it was also attended by the governors of Brazil, China, Russia, South Africa and the newly joined Bangladesh and UAE. What is the surplus transferred by the Reserve Bank of India to the government for 2021 to 2022? So to maintain the contingency risk buffer at 5.5% of its balance sheet, RBI has transferred 30,307 crore rupees to the government of India. Bangalore International Airport Limited has partnered with which bank for a one-stop payment solution? So for this purpose, Bangalore International Airport Limited has partnered with the Kotak Mahindra Bank. The World Bank sanctioned $350 million to which state for implementing the Shrestha project? So for this purpose, World Bank has sanctioned this much amount to the state of Gujarat. Can anyone tell me what does the Shrestha term stands for? Which Indian bank launched the Trade Next, a cross-border trade finance service? So recently, Union Bank of India has launched this Trade Next platform. Okay. Next question. KPIC Chairman Vinay Kumar Saxena has been appointed as the Lieutenant Governor of which state or the Union Territory? So Vinay Kumar Saxena, who is currently serving as the Chairman of the Khadi and the Village Industries Commission, that is KVIC, has been appointed as now the Lieutenant Governor of New Delhi. And the President of India has accepted the resignation of former Lieutenant Governor Anil Baijal, and now the new governor is Vinay Kumar Saxena. Also, he was the member of the National Committee headed by Prime Minister to commemorate the 75th anniversary of India's independence. Fine. Now let's see some of the important appointments. Vijay Shekhar Sharma and Salil Parekh are reappointed as the MD and CEO of which two companies respectively? So the founder and CEO of financial technology company Paytm, Mr. Vijay Shekhar Sharma, has been reappointed as MD and CEO of 197 Communications, which operates under the Paytm brand. And Infosys has reappointed Mr. Salil Parekh as the Managing Director and CEO of the company for next 5 years. And since 2018, Parekh has been leading Infosys, which is the country's second largest IT service firm, right? Senior IS officer Nidhi Chibber has been appointed as the chairperson of which institution? So now onwards, Nidhi Chibber is the chairperson of Central Board of Secondary Education. Former RBI Deputy Governor S.S. Mundra has been appointed as the chairperson of which institution? So S.S. Mundra has been appointed as the chairperson of Bombay Stock Exchange. Naveen Srivastava has been appointed as the ambassador to which country? So Naveen Srivastava has been appointed. So Naveen Srivastava is now the new ambassador of Nepal, and he has replaced Mr. Vinay Quatra, who is now the Foreign Secretary of India. Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan has been appointed as the president of which country after its incumbent president passed away? So now he is the new president of UAE. Who has been appointed as the CEO and MD of Air India? Answer would be Campbell Wilson. Fine. Next question. Which Indian institution featured in the top 50 list of the latest FT Executive Education Rankings for 2022 for the open programs? So the IIM Ahmedabad has been ranked at 47th place in the latest Financial Times Executive Education Rankings for 2022 for its open program. And in the customized programs category, the Indian School of Business was ranked 38th globally, and IIM Bangalore was the second best institute from India at 43rd rank, and then it was followed by IIM Ahmedabad at 50th rank. Okay. Let's see some of the important rankings. Which is the top ranked Indian firm in the Forbes latest Global 2000 list of the public companies? We have talked about it many a times. Answer would be Reliance Industries, the rank of which was 53rd. And then at second place it was SBI with the rank 105. Third was HDFC with the rank 153. And fourth was ICICI Bank and its rank was 204. Who was the highest paid athlete in the world as per the Forbes list of 2022? So the highest paid athlete in the world is Messi, means Lionel Messi, and at second place it was LeBron James, who's the basketball player, and at third it was Cristiano Ronaldo. Okay. Which of the following individuals has topped the Huron Global Healthcare Rich List 2022? This is Cyrus Poonawalla. What is the Mukesh Ambani's rank on the Forbes list of the billionaires for 2022? So Mukesh Ambani's rank in this list was 10th, and who has topped this ranking? Elon Musk. Okay. Who got in first position on the Forbes Women Billionaires list 2022? Answer is Frankota Bettencourts Myers. And she is the granddaughter of the founder of beauty giant L'Oreal. Who is the chairperson of the Jindal Group as well as India's richest woman according to the Forbes billionaire list for 2022. This is Savitri Jindal. Fine. Next question. What is the theme of the 75th World Health Assembly 2022? So 75th World Health Assembly is being held in Geneva in Switzerland from 22nd to 28th of May 2022. And this is the first in-person health assembly since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic. And the theme of this year's health assembly is Health for Peace, Peace for Health. And the World Health Assembly is the decision-making body of World Health Organization, and it is attended by the delegations from all WHO member states. Okay. Now let's see some of the important days and themes. When is the International Day to End Obstetric Fistula observed? So the United Nations declared 23rd of May as the International Day to End Obstetric Fistula, which is caused by prolonged obstructed labor without access to timely and high quality medical treatment. So 2020 marked the countdown towards the goal of ending the problems of obstetric fistula by the year 2030, and United Nations Population Fund launched a manual for achieving health, gender equality and human rights for all. Okay, so correct answer would be 23rd May. The International Tea Day was celebrated on which day every year? So it is observed on 21st of May. Anti-Terrorism Day is observed on which day in India? It is also observed on 21st of May. World Bee Day is observed during which month annually? This day is celebrated on 20th of May, and this year theme was Be Engaged, celebrating the diversity of bees and beekeeping system. What is the theme of the International Families Day 2022? So this day is observed on 15th of May, and this year theme was families and urbanization. Next is, what is the theme of the International Museum Day 2022? It is observed on 18th of May, and theme was power of museums. Next question. Which is the first Indian company to trade the domestic gas on the Indian Gas Exchange? So ONGC has become the first exploration and production company in India to trade domestic gas on the Indian Gas Exchange. And the first online trade was made recently by the ONGC on India's first automated national level gas exchange, that is IGX. And the gas traded is from ONGC Krishna Godavari block. Fine. Now coming to the question slide, India's first war game research and the development center is announced to be set up in which city? So this is to be set up in New Delhi. Mami Khan, the first folk artist from India to walk the Cannes red carpet, is from which state? So you can be asked that who is the first folk artist from India to walk on the Cannes red carpet? Answer would be Mami Khan, who belong to the state Rajasthan. Which is the first insurer to launch a dental health insurance plan? This is Punjab National Bank, MetLife. Which country's scientists have grown plants in the lunar soil for the very first time? This country is USA. Which is the first Southeast Asian country to legalize the use of the cannabis for medical purpose? Answer is Thailand. Which is the first African country to adopt Bitcoin as the legal tender? This is Central African Republic. And overall speaking, this is the second country to adopt the Bitcoin as a legal tender, which is the first country to do so, El Salvador. Who became the first Indian brand ambassador of the luxury label Louis Vuitton? Answer is very famous Deepika Padukone. Okay. Next question. Which is the venue of the 2022 Women's World Boxing Championship? So the International Boxing Association 2022 Women's World Boxing Championship was held in Istanbul in Turkey. And Indian contingent finished the tournament with a total of 3 medals. 1 was gold and 2 were bronze. And Telangana-based boxer Nikhat Zareen won gold in 52 kgs category, while Manisha and Parveen won the bronze. Apart from it, Busenas Surmanali, who is the Olympic and the world champion, was named as the best boxer. Okay. Let's see some of the important women-related current affairs. Which state is the champion of the 12th Hockey India Senior Women National Championship 2022? So winner for this event was Odisha, and at second place the state which was there is Karnataka, third was Jharkhand, and fourth was Haryana. Which tennis player won the Italian Open 2022 women's singles title? This is Iga Swiatek, who belong to the country Poland. In which nation is it necessary for women to make up 40% of the corporate bond? This is UK. Who is the current National Commission on Women's chairperson? Currently, Rekha Sharma is the chairperson of the National Commission on Women. Which state's Youth Welfare Board is setting up Avalidam clubs across the state for the younger folk and to empower women? This state is Kerala. Fine. Next question. Which racing driver won the Spanish Grand Prix title in 2022? So Formula 1 world champion Max Verstappen won the Spanish Grand Prix in a Red Bull, and Ferrari's Charles Leclerc retired with an engine failure while leading. At second place it was Mexican Sergio Perez, while third was George Russell from Britain. Fine. Now let's see some of the important championships now. Which country won the Uber Cup title in 2022? So this has been won by South Korea, and South Korea has defeated the country China. And talking about the Thomas Cup, India has won it by defeating the country Indonesia. Which football club clinched the I-League title in 2022? This is Gokulam Kerala FC. Carlos Alcaraz, who won the Madrid Open title recently, is from which country? He is from Spain. Who is the author of the book titled as Not Just a Night Watchman, My Innings in the BCCI? This has been authored by Vinod Rai, who is the 11th Controller and Auditor General of India. So Supreme Court has appointed him as the interim president of BCCI, and this book is said to be a transparent commentary on the functioning of BCCI. Which team won the men's title in the 71st Senior National Basketball Championship? This is Tamil Nadu. Deepika Pallikal, who won the mixed doubles and women's doubles title recently, plays which game? So she is related to the game squash. Okay. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions. And at the end of the lecture, do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, Minu Sana signing off.